Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a GW Panther, the GW Panther, the Tier 7 German SPG. It's located on the north spawn of Siegfried Line, and this one is under the command of KJoeK. Well, his gun's gone down, which indicated he wasn't loaded in or was a little late, but we can excuse that. Okay, well, he's got the top gun because he's got the muzzle brake at the end. Unlike some of the other Arties which don't have the muzzle brake, turns out that they're the top gun. But this one, on the GW, if you do have a muzzle brake, it means you have got the top gun. Okay, so he's got one mark of excellence on the barrel. It's a 15 centimeter howitzer. It's capable of doing 600 alpha, 39 millimeters of pin, and 7.2 meters on the burst radius, and between 10 and 18 seconds of stun. Just waiting for a target to come in sight. Standard reload 25.89 seconds. And you can see Joe has got a reload time of 22.4. Now he's aiming out at that bush in the field at the moment because there's normally somebody in the bush. And if they are, they get hit, and that can be very, very disconcerting to them. But it appears on this occasion there wasn't anyone there. It's always worth checking on some of these maps to put a shell into the bushes where people tend to spot. And he's fired another one in just to check. You can see that the Chieftain prototype is nearby where one of the spotting bushes is located on the Siegfried Line map. You can see that bush is just down at the bottom of that wall and a little further beyond. That's one of the spotting bushes there. Okay, he's going after the Chieftain prototype. Gets 162 for his first shot on that guy. Now the good thing is you have 30 rounds of ammunition. It's got plenty of ammo to play with. You won't run out of ammo during the game. The question is trying to get those shells onto the target and do maximum damage. Rounds out. That's better. That's a direct hit for 214. And you can see it's affected the amount of stun as well. He's got a decent amount of stun on him as well. And that means you're likely to get stun assist if these tanks are still stunned when they get hit. Okay, another one loaded. Rounds out straight away. And another hit. Now this is good. Keeping up a regular rhythm in terms of pumping out those rounds on a regular basis. You also need to relocate every now and then. You can't stay still for too long. Well, he got stun assist off that one. 371. And that all accumulates in the end. Okay, go for the T20. Missed him. Unfortunately, it was just a little too quick. T20s are very nippy. Okay, he's sitting on that corner. And we've got a direct line to that corner. And he's just testing the water now. We're almost loaded. We're loaded. Now, if he moves towards that corner, then we could pump around in there. Oh, IS-6 turned up instead. Well, we'll have that. And he gets another direct hit. 266. Almost just under 1,000 hit points of damage already. Keep up the work rate. And another enemy tank goes down. In fact, it was an XM66M. This is a tier 9 game with tier 7 tanks. So he's bottom tier. And that means he's going to earn extra XP from all the higher tier tanks to the attacks. Got a Nomad on that corner. That's tier 8. Rounds out. Splashed him. We didn't see for how much, because, of course, it was an unspotted when the shell arrived. He's looking round again. Can't see anything except the Skoda out in the field, and the Skoda's sitting behind a bunker. But the Nomad moved forward, and now he's in a very dangerous place, because he was too far forward from that wreck of the Chieftain prototype, and therefore he couldn't get back in time, and he got effectively taken out by the T-54E1. Firing around at the Skoda, too far away to actually get anything, even stun. And, oh, this is juicy. 2 tanks together. We've got the Rheinmetall Borsig Waffenträger and the TI Jaeger, or T3 Jaeger, I should say. And he's loaded, but he's come off target. So he's actually looking around. Oh, he's gone back to the bunker. Good. Okay. Now let it settle. Settle. Get ready. Rounds out. Maybe that one went a little long, but it looks to me like the Borsig hasn't taken any damage yet. So if he adjusts his aim for the next shot, he might be able to get that one onto the target, or at least to get it close. The Borsig has angled himself so he can pull back out when he comes. Oh, he got him! He did it! And look at that! It's gone from 1100 to 813 with 1 hit. So that was a biggie. That was a biggie. That was useful. You can see that's how it's done. You just got to be persistent and get those shots in time and time and time again. And that's how Arty players end up with Confederates. They just keep smacking the enemy hard and regularly until eventually they become the player who's attacked the most enemy in one game. Okay, we've got another one, a Chi2 SP. Now, line it up. That's it. Let him come. Let him come. Rounds out, and that's got to have been close. That has to be close to the Chi2. We seem to be doing well on that side of the map at the moment. There's that Skoda. We've hit that, or rather we fired at that guy before. We didn't actually hit him. Remember, we've got some blind damage, so the totals are actually slightly higher. He's adjusted his aim to get a shot on target. Oh! Yep, he got the critical hit, and he stunned him. So that counts as another enemy tank that's been struck. And he's picked up stun assist, 456 from that. So now he's converted that into stun assist. That Chi2's just suddenly come into view again. He's gone. We're now 2 up on the enemy. There's an IS-6 on that corner. Yes. From this position, he's having difficulty, or would have difficulty, trying to get the shot in there. There's still that Borsig on that corner there. It's last seen there. Our guys are now circling around behind him. The ELC should be the next one to get spots, and he's coming up on a rise. So I think when he does get to the top of that rise, he will start seeing the Borsig if he's still there. He might have pulled away, though. Oh, there's the enemy ELC. And it looks like he was near the bushes, but he wasn't there the last time because we can see he's got no hit points lost. But he has now. He just lost 37 to that hit. Not quite a snap, but it was a very well-placed shot to catch him just as he was leaving after dueling with our guy in the ELC. If you can hit a light tank whilst they're maneuvering, it slows them down enough for your teammates to get damage. And he's done it again. And the ELC just took a big hit. 489 hit points. There's the Borsig. He's much further back than he was before. Borsig's trying to get ready for another shot. Just lining himself up. We line up on his position. And now, rounds out. Looks good. It's very good. Oh, yes, that was a low roll penetrating shot. And the guy went down immediately afterwards, so he picked up the rest of it. So that was a really good strike, that one. Certainly helped the team. Okay, we've got a IS-6 on that corner. There's a TL-7 in there as well. Oh, well, the IS-6 just died. The TL-7 has dashed around the corner, but he's actually facing a Scorpion. Now, although he's just unloaded on the Scorpion, well, he got around into the guy, and the ELC fired a round in, and that finished him off. There's only 2 enemies left now. One of them is the T3 Jaeger. Rounds out on him. And stunned him. He gets rid of the stun to avoid being slowed down, but he's ducked into the water, and the ELC's coming in like he wants that kill. And although he took a hit himself, and he's slowed down to virtually no speed whatsoever, I think he is going to get... Is he in reload? Well, we've just fired a round in, and yes, we got the last kill of the game. And it's all over. It's a victory. Well, that was a busy game, and I always love to see an Arty who is being busy, because when they're being busy, they're generating credits, and yes, they're being very, very useful to their team. Joe managed to get an ace tanker in the GW Panther out of that game, as well as a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 9, and he got a Confederate for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team, despite the fact that he actually got a kill right at the end of the game. 2,966, which is Super Unicum standard. Let's have a look at team score. Well, he didn't get the highest damage in the game because that went to the Scorpion G, picked up a high caliber and 4,397 hit points of damage. He did survive that TL7 attack as well. The TL7 turned out to be the highest scorer on the enemy team. He got 3,857 hit points of damage. And the third highest was the T-Jäger, who managed 3,648 hit points of damage. We can see that Joe managed to get 2,206 hit points of damage. He was beaten by only 2 players on the enemy team, 2 players on his own team, which makes him 5th place on damage. When it came to kills, though, we can see that it was the Scorpion G who got 4 kills out of that one. 3 kills went to the TL7. 2 kills went to the Leopard prototype, the T-54E1, the Tortoise, and the ELC Evan 90. And on the enemy team, it was the T-Jäger and their M12 who managed to get 2 kills. And we can see that Joe only got the 1 kill out of that game. But when it came to base XP, he's in a completely different position. He's in number 2 spot because the Scorpion G managed 1,302 and 1,172 went to Joe. They were the only 2 players who managed to get over 1,000 base in the game, with 910 going to the ELC Evan 90. He was running around everywhere. Unfortunately, he did get wiped out in the end. Unfortunately, it was that T-Jäger who got him, and it's mainly because he slowed down to 0 speed when he went into the water. And of course, I think he did get hit by the T-Jäger. But of course, the good news is that Joe got the kill shot on that T-Jäger, which won the game. Let's have a look at detail. 18 shots fired, so a good, decent amount of ammunition. He was pumping the rounds out as fast as he could, because the more rounds you get out in a game, the more chance you've got of getting not only a Confederate, but also of seriously damaging the enemy team in the process. 5 direct hits on the enemy, 1 penetrating shot. We saw that penetrating shot. It was on the Borsig. We know that for certain. In fact, I can show that. Let's see the Borsig. There you go. And there it is, the penetrating shot. 868. He actually hit him more than once, but we know one of those was a blind hit. But we saw that it did about 280. I think it was about 280 hit points of damage from the blind shot. Wasn't a penetrator, but the next one was a penetrator, and that was a low roll on that occasion, but it was a penetrating shot. Borsigs are perfect targets for Arty. Anything that has thin armor, SU-130 PMs, Scorpion Gs, your shells will just go straight through them like a knife through hot knife through butter, and it makes them just bonanzas for you in terms of the amount of credits and hit points you'll actually pick up in the game. So very, very much worthwhile. He also got 15 splashes on the enemy. 2,206 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. Damaged 80 the enemy, killed 1. Did 1,548 hit points of stun assist of 15 stuns. On a premium count, he made a profit of 29,390 credits, and he also took away 3,516 experience points as well. A very good game, and in fact, he actually sent this one in this afternoon. Yes, you can see it there. It was actually on the previous client, because of course we now know that the clients are changing today. But yes, a very good game just come in, and I thought I could put that one up straight away so you can see it. But I've got some more replays coming up, very worthwhile ones coming. So do stick around, you'll see something interesting. If you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. and thank you for watching.